So joining us now is a young man named Doug Ayer, who is an Olympian gold medalist in the International Wheelchair Games. He's an unlikely champion whose story should be an inspiration to all of us. It's nice to have you here on the show, Doug. Thank you for joining us. Doug, you're from New Jersey, right?
That's correct.
Yeah, South New Jersey.
Right, South Jersey.
Now, this accident happened to you a few years ago when you were serving as a lifeguard.
Right.
You thought you saw somebody drowning in the pool, and you jumped in.
Right.
Why don't you take it from there?
Okay, I was on the stand and I noticed someone drowning, and I made the dive because you react fast and your adrenaline flows, and I dove in to make the rescue, and I noticed when I did that, my head hit the bottom, and all of a sudden my body went limp. And I was drowning, and my brother dove in to make a rescue, my brother Brian, and he saved me, and from that point they told me I broke my neck, and I was a quadriplegic.
And you heard it snap just like that, huh?
Yeah, I felt the bang, and my body went limp, and I felt I was in a big whirlpool, and I was trying to struggle to the top. And at that moment, I was a big guy before playing football in college, 6'4", 230 pounds. And in 1 second, my life changed around. All of a sudden, I was sitting in a wheelchair and parking in a handicapped spot with a little handicapped guy there saying, "This is for me." So it was quite an adjustment.
And the heartbreaking part of this story is that the young man that he jumped in the pool to save was only kidding. He was only faking drowning. So what do the doctors call that? What was it that snapped, that made the rest of your body go limp?
What happened was I broke my neck. And when you break your neck, it's sort of like a electrical line. Your brain sends messages to your legs, and it tells you how to walk. And what happened was, because I broke my neck, the messages aren't going through properly. But right now, there's so much research and cures going on that it's just a matter of time. And it's important now that I realize that life goes on. It doesn't stop and wait till I get better.
But right after it happened, were you depressed?
Oh, sure. You go through the stage of why me? Why did this happen to me? I was doing a good job. I was always a good person. Why not somebody else? And then you go through, you're depressed, and you're in the hospital, and your friends come to visit you and your family, and everyone's sad, and you decide, you contemplate suicide. It's an easy way out. It's easy to quit.
Yeah.
And then my parents said to me, you owe us at least a chance to make the most of your life. And I decided myself, I saw people worse off, because no matter how bad you are, there's always people worse off.
There's always somebody a little worse
really
off,
true.
right. Meanwhile, this big body that you had kind of shriveled up, didn't it?
Right. And I got smaller, and my brother came in, who has a great exercise program right now, the aeronomics fitness program, and that's what started him going on this. We started with 1 pound wrist weights that looked like this, and I used to lay in the bed and try to lift them. And then I started getting some self-esteem back because I started building confidence up. And went from 1 pound to 20 pounds. It's a lot of hard work. To 100 pounds, and now I'm doing 400 pounds.
400-pound bench press?
Bench press, right.
That's terrific. That's very good. And you're entering the Olympic Games from the chair.
Right.
And doing very well. As a matter of fact, you've won a number of gold medals, right?
Yes, I have.
In what events?
In the shot put, javelin, and discus, and I have the world record in the javelin and the discus.
That's from the chair?
Yes, from the wheelchair.
What, is the javelin the same as the javelin that they would throw in regular
Yeah,
games?
same javelin, and it's different. We'll go through later. Because you can't run up to the line, apparently.
Right.
So you throw from the wheelchair, and you have to create as much momentum in the chair as you can. So the distances aren't as relative, let's say, the Olympian champions would be. But for sitting down, it is.
So in other words, you were just right from the chair, right from there.
Right from the chair, you could have different types of grips, but I would sit sideways, arch it back, and create momentum and throw it in.
But just winning that kind of a competition is a lot of inspiration for you as well, right?
Well, to represent the country is such an honor in itself. And when I look back in the hospital at the days I was contemplating suicide, I never thought, today I'm a lawyer, I never thought that would happen. I never thought I'd be a world champion or on a Wheaties box or something like that.
Good for you. And here's the Wheaties box right here. Now, this is coming, and this guy is really a champion,
Thank you.
They like to feature champions on the box of Wheaties, and it's been around a long time, and I think it's a wonderful idea, and I'm so happy that you're on this one.
It's exciting right now because it's a new field. I'm working on lecture series right now and on new endorsements because, what I'm excited about is I get so much mail every day because I feel that I'm tangible to people. I'm in a wheelchair, and right now I'm writing a book called You Can Too, because if I can do these things, get on a Wheaties box, be world champion lawyer, I feel everyone in their able-bodied sense or whatever it is can change it around. And it's so nice to see because I feel that I'm tangible to people.
Sure
they can
you are.
relate, and I'm not somebody so superior that they can't do it. And I realize, and the advice to people that I'd like to give is when I had my accident, I looked at it like a game. You have a chess set, and you have your pieces on a board, and when I lost my legs and used to walking around, that was my queen. And you know how when you lose your queen, you want to flip the game and say, I quit.
Right.
But I realized that I have my rook and my bishop and my pawns, and I could utilize these pieces to come up with the most potential. And maybe when you get to the end of the board, you get your queen back, And that's what I hope is going to happen.
Gee, I hope so, too.
And it looks good. But in the meantime, it's important. Life doesn't stop. You know,
That's
I used
right.
to look out the window.
And you went back to law school and got that law degree in the chair?
Right. Well, I went back to college, and then I went to my sophomore year when I was in the wheelchair of college.
No kidding.
And then I went 3 years there, and then 3 years of law school and working with judges.
Gee, that's really terrific.
But it's fun because most people, when I go into court now, think I'm the one being suing or something.
Yeah,
but,
right.
You know, so it works out.
That's good. A little advantage, a little psychological advantage.
Works out great.
Listen, I want to show you how he does work out, though, in addition to the universal gym set that he has at home.
Okay.
Now, here's, what do they call this again?
That's called a bull worker.
Bull
And
worker, yeah.
what's good is my brother showed me some different exercises. And what's good is because I'm busy with a busy schedule right now, and you don't want to bring your whole, let's say, universal gym to the apartment or to your office.
That's right.
So between clients, when they come in and that type of thing, I'll
Give a few
sit
pumps
down
on this and feel good.
Ready? So what we want to do is you want to hold this together and you want to breathe deep because, especially in throwing too, when you're in the Olympics, you want to always picture in your mind what you're going to do, how far you want to throw it.
Right.
Tell yourself ahead because your brain does what your body tells
Exactly.
you. And for this here, you want to breathe deep and breathe, and you want to push together for a 7 count and hold it. And what you could do also is for curls to make your biceps work. This is good. It's nice and light during the day. You pull it this way, that type of thing. And what I'm excited, I have a great agent right now. His name is John Triotta and Gigi Rivera, and they're pushing for the endorsements because it's so nice, like with the Wheaties box.
That's a
you know.
terrific
That's
compliment
great.
to you to
If
get
you
on
want
that.
to give it a try,
Well, yeah, I'll try it. Sure. Just press it in like that.
Squeeze it in. So it's good. If you hold it
That's
on
pretty
the
tough to
center.
do.
It's good.
Yeah, great exercise. Now, he also lifts free weights as well. Now, one thing that didn't come back and is taking a little longer than the other parts of the body, the hands, right? The fingers, the strength in the
Finger
fingers.
strength. The arm strength is fine, and what happens when you break your neck, each vertebrae controls something else on your body, so you have different levels. And because I broke my neck, it works to some of the arm, but not all of the arm.
Okay.
When I started out, I couldn't even lift my arms up like that, but it's just
Right.
constant
So you
rehab.
got that back now. Now the fingers are the next that we're going to get back, right?
Right.
Anyway, this is what he does with his with a singular dumbbell. Kind of tapes it up like this.
Right.
This is a 25-pounder, and just do a few curls.
So what
to
I'll
show
do
us.
is, because you don't want to keep dropping on your foot, because it's not good for your shoes, you know, what I'll do is I'll put the weight out like this. And
I
lift it
see.
down
So you're
like
working
this.
off the tape there, huh?
Right, working off the tape, using that as leverage. And it's really improvising, you know. I find it with my accident, I do everything. I go skiing, whatever I want to do.
You do go
because
skiing?
It's a matter of just changing your situation. And, you know, so you do it in a wheelchair, and you sit in a toboggan, but you can still get out there and do it.
Okay.
And that's it, you know, it's important. It's not important to get on a Wheaties box and be a world champion. It's important to look in the mirror and say, you know, I like you. You're a good
Sure, your own
person.
self-esteem is the most important
So
thing in
true.
the world
be,
to
be
you.
your own best friend, because
That's
when
right.
you start liking yourself, you know, lifting weights, and you feel good, and it's good for blood flow, and you feel good.
That's great. All right, listen, Doug.
Yes.
I want you to show us how you do put this shot. Okay?
You want to try it too? You
I'll
want
be back with you. I'll come back and kind of hold the chair.
to show you a wheelie? And,
Yeah, show me a little wheelie
You
there.
want to give it a try?
Oh, and the chair you mean?
Sure.
All right.
What you want to do is you want to sit down, and I'll give you the leopard model.
Now, let me get rid of this over here.
That's a safari chair. So if you go to Africa, you just...
Yeah, right, I notice.
Okay.
Okay.
What you want to do is you want to push it back. Now what you want to do is lean forward a little, hit your back to the back of the chair, and pop it.
How am I doing?
Doing good.
Really terrific, huh?
It's a little
How come
tricky,
his
so you-
self-esteem
you
is
just
going
pop
up and
it.
mine's going down?
There you go.
Oh, I had it there, yeah.
And not
It's
too
amazing.
far back. You got to find the point
And
of
you got that
and,
balance right there.
Right, you get the point, and you could roll, and it's good for dancing, you know.
Yeah, sure.
Like to do that type of
All right, come on. Let's get to work here.
Okay.
Show everybody how you won this championship, okay?
Okay. Well, you first eat your Wheaties.
Eat your Wheaties in the morning, of course. Let me pull this back so you get a clear shot.
Okay.
We have some mats laid down there.
All right.
Now,
So
you want me to
we'll-
hold this for you in the back?
Yeah, would you? Because what we're going to do is we have to sit sideways.
Yeah.
Because you got to create as much momentum in the chair. You want to pull. And think about what you're going to do. Breathe deep. Picture in your mind.
Okay.
And we're going to pull here to get the momentum forward.
Right.
So you want to give a 3 count?
One, two, three. Okay, ready?
Ready?
1, 2, 3. Ah! Hey, very good. And that's
Little
how
short.
he won the international
A little
Olympics.
further, but,
A little
that's-
further would have been better, too. Thanks, Doug, very,
Oh, it's a
very
pleasure.
much. You're an
Thank you so much.
inspiration to all of us, believe
Okay,
me.
thank you.
Okay, good luck to you.
Thank you so
We'll come
much.
right back and talk about your child's sexual identity with Larry Bolter in just a moment. Stay with us.